Good morning, my name is Lee Lynch and I am reporting on behalf of Sustainable Farm Services. Today we are here at the Littlefield Family Farm in Wicklow. The Littlefields breed Limousin cattle and have up to 100 cattle on the farm per year. With me today I have local farmer Dermot Littlefield. Good morning, Dermot. On average, Dermot, how much water would an average heifer on your farm consume per day?
On average, I'd say a heifer can consume between 7 and 11 gallons of water. At the minute it's quite cold and the heifers here in the shed behind you would only probably be consuming about 7 gallons of water, but as the weather heats up a bit, you know, their consumption of water will increase.
And how important is water to the likes of these young stock every day on your farm?
Well, the water is very important to the cattle on the farm, whether it be young stock or the older cattle. With the young stock, the minerals in the water help with the growth of the cattle. With the breeding cows, it helps, you know, with the reproduction cycle, and it also helps with the lactating cycle. And finally, water in general for cattle acts as a cleansing agent, you know, which is real good and is real helpful and cuts back on costs for us.
And we have a plentiful amount of precipitation in Ireland every year. Do you feel that the average rainfall could contribute to giving these cattle some water every day on your farm?
Well, we have a well system on the farm at the minute, you know, and we still heavily rely on the well system, you know. But I do feel there is room for the likes of rainwater, which is a renewable resource, to come in and to help us, you know. On average, I'd say the rainfall is between 12 and 1400 millimetres per annum in this area. And currently we're not doing anything to harvest the rainwater, it's just running off, being wasted, and we're relying on our well and our rivers on the farm to provide water. But I feel that, you know, rainwater could be used, but currently it's not on the farm.
And if we were to make calculations, Dermot, an average heifer on your farm could drink up to 280 gallons of water a month, leading to 3,360 gallons per year. This is a phenomenal amount of water. Do you agree?
Yeah, it is. You know, you wouldn't think until you actually sit down and look at the figures that cattle do actually consume as much water as that. And you wouldn't think our well and our river systems would be able to support it. So I feel we do need to do something, you know, to have an add-on so we do have extra water on the farm so we don't run the risk of running out.
So basically at Sustainable Farm Services, we have designed the Premium ZX rainwater collector. Its feature system is that it has an underground storage tank which collects rainwater from the roofs of the sheds in a farm. It has a filter system which ensures the quality of the water is perfectly usable for distributing to the drinkers of cattle on the farm. How do you feel this would benefit your farm in particular, Dermot, and the farms surrounding the countryside?
Well, I feel like a product like this would be a huge benefit to the farm, you know. It'd help us, you know, not relying on our well the whole time, you know. If there's ever anything wrong, we can run short of water, and if we had this backup system, it would provide, you know, would help us a great deal, and it would also cut back on the amount of water that we're taking from the underground systems. At the minute, rainwater is being wasted and we're not actually using it, so a product like this would be helpful to us. And in regard to around the country, I feel that if this rainwater collection system was introduced to the farm grant system, you know, there'd be a lot of farmers out there interested in installing it. And I do feel that it could be of huge environmental benefit to the farms around the country and help them become more sustainable.
And do you agree it is a major natural resource that we are taking advantage of in the country at the minute? This new system would perhaps take or put back into, you know, Mother Nature what we have took out?
Yeah, I feel it would, because instead of relying on the rivers, instead of us constantly drawing water from it the whole time, you know, we'd be using the rainwater that's naturally flowing, you know, so we'd be using nature, and you know, it's huge benefit to us, and you know, it could potentially improve our sustainability on the farm and help the environment at the same time.
Well, I'd just like to thank you very much for your insight into this topic, Mr. Littlefield.
No problem at all.
And thank you very much for your time.